Hi everyone, Becky here. I guess we're going back to the grind. The grind continues, 7 through 9 vocab. We're still doing J. There's a lot of J words. All right, let's continue. Okay, 家境. So these words, some I know, some I don't know. Some are kind of, I don't know, family situation, kind of inferable. 家境贫困, no. 贫寒，但学习非常刻苦。学习. All right, so his family situation is rather impoverished, but he studies very hard. Okay, I'm not sure about the Dan. 家境. So, so is the implication that because he studies hard, it makes up for his impoverished circumstances? I guess so. What else could it be? Right, so the dictionary says 家庭的经济境况. So it's pertaining to financial situations in particular, and 家境贫寒, 家境贫寒 is the example in here. So I suspect this is a fairly strong collocation. Anyway, 假冒. Okay, so 假 refers to something fake. 冒. So 冒 can be used to mean something like pass off to or impersonate. What is the word? Is it 冒像? 冒. I forget, what's the word? The 冒, no, 冒险 is adventure. There's a 冒 word. 冒犯. No. To impersonate. Well, I guess it's going to be that, isn't it? 假冒. 假扮. 冒充, this is the one I was thinking of. 冒充受害者. So impersonating a victim or playing the victim when you're not. Okay, so 假冒 is going to be impersonate as well. All right. 这家店因销售假冒名牌商品而被查封了. All right, so they're selling 假冒, sort of fake 名牌, famous brand products. So this is just fake, palming off. But here this is functioning, that's the verb. The 假冒, it's functioning as an adjective. It'll be counterfeit. So 冒充only works for impersonating like police officers or that sort of thing. Yeah, impersonating a doctor or something like this. Is this a crime? This looks kind of criminal. So 惩戒假冒商标侵权. All right, so punish. Yeah, punish, but legally punish through like fines and things. 惩戒假冒商标侵权. So fake. 商标 is a brand name, trademark, logo. 侵权. So 侵 to violate, 权 is 版权, copyright. 版权 or some other 权. So yeah, 权利的权. Yeah. All right. So 假冒, impersonate, but it seems like, or counterfeit might be a better one. Okay, and 冒充. Yeah, so here, okay, so you're impersonating someone else. What's the AI relevance here? 警惕冒充领导和熟人类. Oh, okay, so someone's using AI to impersonate your boss or your leader or your relatives or something like this. 冒充 公检法. Yeah, people impersonate. Yeah, they impersonate things like pretend to be police or something and give you a phone call. So some people like me are very hesitant to even answer the phone because if they're applying all this pressure on you and so on. It's like they try to pretend like they're police. And I don't know, I mean, maybe they are police, but I don't know. I'm not able to tell whether or not they're real police. Yeah. Okay. 诈骗分子,诈骗分子,改号软件. 改号软件. So this is software for changing your your phone number, is it? And so you give them money and it's like, you can't change your phone number. I will just take that money. All right. 电线诈骗. Okay, 银行账户. All right. But where's the 冒充? Anyway, I think 冒充 is this sort of thing. You're impersonating another, like a person. Whereas the other one, 假冒, is more for items. It looks like it's for items. Okay, 别被假警骗子假检警. Is that right? I don't know. I can't read traditional. Where is 假冒? 假冒. AI 投资 app. Oh, yeah, these are all going to be fake, aren't they? All right, we get the idea. 假冒女什么? 女团? Girl group. So 假冒. So fake. Oh, is this one of these like, what is it? White girls kind of movies where you kind of, go in disguise. Actually, I'm kind of curious. What is this movie? 2028. All right, so we still got a little while. Showbiz Spy. Oh no, it's a Hong Kong movie from 2021. What's this? 下架. 下架时间. What does 下架mean? I don't know. Maybe it's when it gets off this platform or something. Okay. 假冒女团. That's our word. That's our word for the day. 假冒女团. 假冒女团. Okay, here it is. Okay, so what's the general plot of this movie? I presume this guy's gonna I don't know. Is that him? Maybe. Or are they all him and they're just... No, these are different people, right? Okay. 国际保障未成年人少男少女身心健康发展协会会员 Dr. K. Whoops, 按错了。质疑司徒老板 举办的选秀活动新兴呈现，利用年轻人追梦的心墙。Oh, okay, so it's some sort of like China's Got Talent kind of thing. But apparently, I'm assuming like there was no guys left, and no more spots for men. And he's like, I have a cunning plan, and hijinks ensue. All right. Okay. 从中诈压勒索. Oh. OK. 严重危害大批青少年年身心发展。然后协会目前面临营运困难。就好像就价重新应用被革职的问题。What is 革职？ 被革职的问题。会员这个人李子金。Do you remember this character? We studied this character. Jing. This was this tree. This shrub. We studied this character. We studied Jingji. So this word in particular, 经济, this one. And we saw these pictures. 经济. OK, 这个人协助调查，意外，令娱乐记者这个人，有线歌手这个人，及解救堂这个人，美元轩 ，Is that a surname? 哦，堂妹，I didn't know this word. So that's the name, right? 袁轩，的袁 what's that character? 袁莹，is it on the screen? Oh, Firefly, I know that one. 萤火虫，袁莹，组成假冒女团参赛。All right, so we have some sort of exploitative thing. Are they police? Or what are they? Are they investigating this criminal talent show or something like this? And they're going rather undercover? I'm not sure. I'm kind of curious now. All right, 假冒. So it can mean impersonate, like in that example, but also counterfeit in the sense of goods. All right, 加盟. Okay, 加 meaning add, literally 一加一 is 1 plus 1. 加, but also 加, yeah, it sort of means combine as well. But here it's probably 加入. So on signs you'll see 加入我们. So 加入我们, it will say this somewhere. Let's go. So at shops and things like this, it'll say 加入我们, join us. This didn't work. Oh, because I made a typo. 加入我们. Here we go. 加入我们吧. So you'll see this, right? Join us. So yeah, join a company or join a franchise or join something like that. Or you can join one of those airline alliances, that sort of thing. All right. Yeah, 加盟. I guess I kind of spoiled the answer here a little bit. 盟 you may know from such words as 联盟. League of Legends. Okay, 英雄联盟. 联盟 is an alliance. Okay, alliance, union, coalition. You get the idea. 联盟. All right. So if we 加盟, what does it mean? We join an alliance, right? Or one of these other things. 他决定加盟一家知名连锁餐饮品牌. So he decided to join so some famous brand. It's a chain, 餐饮, so like food and drink chain, unclear. Some catering might be a good translation here. All right, this is 见. This 见 refers to lowly, right? Lowly, if I remember correctly. 卑贱的贱. Yeah, lowly. 卑贱的贱. Yeah, what else do we need to know? I'm not very familiar with this. It's a pretty rare character, but yeah, okay. 这种蔬菜现在卖得很贱. Wow. 1块钱一斤. That's very cheap. It's cheap by Chinese standards. Like, it's not impossible, but it's fairly cheap. Yeah, usually vegetables here are like something like 3 to 6 yuan per jin. Jin is a half kilo. Yeah. Okay. Jian. Inexpensive. Oh, okay. Okay, you can say 便宜. Right? So we all learned 便宜, right? 便宜. All right, let's see what the dictionary has to say for this word 贱. All right, let's have a look at this character. There are 4 definitions in the dictionary. Number 1, 形容词，价钱低. So that's inexpensive, cheap. Okay, 贱卖. So 贱卖 is a word. 贱卖. Okay, 贱卖, sale. All right. What do people usually use for sale? Sell cheaply, low price, discount, sale. Usually it's 折扣, right? 折扣. Or 打折, or 折, 打八折, something like that. 打八折. You know how it works, or if you don't know how it works, go and figure out how it works. I'm not going through it. All right. So 贱卖, to sell cheaply. 贱卖. All right. Okay. 低价贱卖更糟糕. Really? 贱卖心理. Low bit of psychology. 另一个选择就是贱卖 short sell. I don't know what that means. That's some business thing, is it? Finance thing? All right. Number 2. Oh, hold on. 贱价. We need 贱价. No, that's 减价. We want 贱价. 贱价. All right, so this is cheap price, but I think almost always I see 低价, low price. 贱价. Yeah, I don't know. What's the difference? Not sure. Number 2, 地位低下的. Okay, so that's the one I'm used to. So lowly in the sense of low status as a human being. 卑贱. 卑贱. This one. 卑贱. 贫贱. 贫贱. Poor and lowly. All right. Number 3. 谦词. 谦词 refers to sort of, how do you say it? Humble, self-deprecating words. So you're kind of like putting yourself down a little bit to kind of, because you're humble. All right. 谦词就是对人称有关自己的事情. Okay, so, whoa. 贱, what is that character? Yeah, this is what's in the dictionary. 贱样. This one. 贱样. That's what's in the dictionary. I don't know this sickness. 贱样. That's what it says. All right, that's not top priority. Let's move on. Your illness, 贵样. So you're referring to yourself like this, maybe in the presence of. All right, this is ridiculous. 见性. 性 as in 贵姓的姓. But okay, so there's 贵姓, there's 见性. So this is 我见性您贵姓. I guess. It's like you're humble, so you use 见性, my lowly surname. All right. 见性李. That's what the dictionary says. Li. My surname is Li. 见性李. All right. I should try this out next time a teacher asks, 你姓什么? 见性李. I'll see what happens. I don't know. It sounds like it's unnecessary. All right. What's next? Number 4 is an adjective. Baby. Everyone says baby, but it's baby. Lowly. Baby. Yeah, so baby is the correct pronunciation, the formal one, but everyone says baby. Anyway. 下贱. Okay, so yet another lowly, but this is an adjective. What's the difference? Okay, 多用于骂人. All right, so when I'm swearing and insulting people, I'll pull out 贱. Okay, 很轻蔑语气. Okay, so 贱货. So when I'm filled with contempt and insulting people, 贱货. Yeah, well, all right. Well, all right. You're low quality goods. Yeah, all right. Because I do this all the time. All right. 绝不觉自 what? 绝不觉自重或不知好歹的人. Okay. And 贱骨头. It's like low bones. 骨头. 贱骨头. Miserable wretch. Contemptible individual. All right. This is not going to come up in my output anytime soon, and probably not likely to come up in my input. But, so this 贱, we do know two useful usages. One was pertaining to cheap, as in cheap products, 贱价,贱卖, but there are other adjectives we can use here, like 便宜 or 低价, and so on. And with lowly, like, what was it? 低贱. Was it 低贱? 低贱. Humble. 低贱. 低贱. 卑贱. What was the other ones? 贫贱. Yeah, those seem relatively important compared to the other ones. Let's continue. We've had one 贱. What about second 贱? All right, we have second 贱. Okay, this 贱is not the same as this 贱, but it's the same character with 三点水. So this 贱 refers to something like splashing out, something in that ballpark. 溅, to splash. Okay, 雨点溅到了我的眼睛上. All right, so the raindrops splash and are going into my eyes. Sorry, on my glasses, not my eyes. 溅. All right. Yeah, there's nothing else to this one, really. That's what it means. 水花四溅, this one. 水花四溅. So hua is not really a flower. So you maybe know words like 火花. 火花is a spark like this. Apparently it's a character in some game as well. 火花. 雪花. 雪花, snowflake. Is it 浪花? So these kind of droplets that form from waves and so on. I don't know what, ocean spray? Okay, so it's these small, like, individual particles of things. So here we're talking about 水花. So it'll be some sort of droplet kind of thing. The spray. All right. So 水花四溅, 四 here would represent in all directions, right? 四周. This one, 四周的四. Okay, so the water splashed in all directions. The dictionary doesn't use 四, it says 飞, okay. 飞. 四花飞溅, 飞溅, 飞 is fly. All right. Yeah. Yeah, do you know the 成语? Does it count as a 成语? 好久不见. 好久不见. I feel like it's a 成语, right? Maybe it's not. 好久不见. So sometimes people make puns. 好久不见. It's not a real 成语, but let me see if I can find a character. Wow, it's a rare character. There it is. It's like on the 4th page. Yeah, so you make puns like this. 好久不见. Yeah, in Chinese you have lots of puns. I think Chinese people like a nice pun. So 双关, 双关, what is it? 双关语. 双关语. So double meaning words. I like a nice pun. 双关语. Yeah, I like a nice pun too. I don't know, I like puns in Chinese. And it often happens because there's a lot of characters that are pronounced the same, right? Yeah. But sometimes, yeah, 双关语 are very effective at, yeah, at carrying ideas and so on. So 心血, you know this word? 心血. 心血. So this is, yeah, it kind of literally means this, but it's like your hard work, your blood, sweat, and tears going into something. But I changed this to 芯片的芯, 芯片的芯. So this is silicon chip or something in that ballpark. Computer chip. There's no silicon in there. So I put 心血, and I use this as a little joke for the hard work that a computer does, or like a GPU. Something like that. I thought that was kind of clever. Yeah, I don't know. There's lots of little. Oh yeah, the other one I was really proud of was 能能可贵. Actually, I didn't change the character here. 能能可贵. So this refers to something that is rare and therefore precious. And what I was talking about was the license plates for Guizhou. Guizhou is a province in China. And so if you know Chinese license plates, they have characters on them representing which province the car is registered in. I found them all except Guizhou. I just haven't got Guizhou yet. I want to find Guizhou. I live in a tourist area. Here in Weihai is a tourist area. So people from all over China will drive here and I will take photos of their license plates. But I'm yet to find Guizhou. There's no Guizhou. I've got like Tibet and things like this, but I don't have Guizhou. So I would expect a license plate to have this character Gui on their license plate, but I haven't seen one yet. So I call it 能能可贵. 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 And coincidentally, this Gui is in this Chengyu. 能能可贵. I thought that was clever. Yeah. So yeah, 能能可贵. Anyway, like a nice pun and play on words and so on. All right. Next is 简. Now you may remember 简. You probably already studied 简. I usually see it in 简备课. Pick up something. Something's on the ground and you pick it up. Usually shells or something like that. 他仔细地捡了一颗最大的草莓. A strawberry. Picked a strawberry or picked up a strawberry. Yeah. Usually 捡贝壳. Okay, 捡贝壳. So you're on the beach, you're picking up shells on the beach. 捡贝壳. I think this is the usual one you get. But 捡, what else can be 捡? Maybe it's more broad than I think. 捡设备. 分拣. 分拣, sort mail. I did not know that one. 分拣. So this is for people who, oh wow, who do this. They're 分拣, are they? Wow, that looks like a rather challenging job. How do they get out of there? Like, is there a path? Maybe it's a very thin path that they can walk through. 分拣. Okay, 拣货. So 拣货will be to pick up goods, right? 拣货. So, yeah, let's figure out what can be 捡. Right. So I looked it up in the dictionary. So first things first, 捡, this one, 捡 and 捡. Yeah, so there's two characters. What? Oh, have I been using that one? There's two characters. No. So 捡 and 捡. So the dictionary says that this character has two definitions. The second definition is the same as this character. So this character is broader, apparently. All right. So let's start off with this character, 捡. Jian. Okay, 拾取. 拾取. So pick up, 拾取. Okay, 拾取, 拾取, 拾取. So pick up or collect. All right. And so we're 捡柴. So we're picking up firewood, right? 捡柴. 捡柴. All right. 捡漏. 捡路. No, it's that character. What is this? 捡漏. You find fault to nitpick. I guess that's what it is. So you're specifically going out of your way to identify problems and nitpick. It's both good and bad. It depends. It depends how important something is, whether or not it's worth doing. 检修. So this is to choose, nitpick, choose. 修理的修. 检修, what is 检修? 检修. Unclear from the images. What is 检修? No, it's this one. Oh, it's not 修. Do you know what I've done? I've accidentally looked up the next character, 简, in the dictionary. It is this word. That's why it's 检修. Okay, so it's 拾取, 捡拾, this one. 捡拾. Okay. No wonder I couldn't find anything. 捡拾. So this is 捡拾垃圾. Is that right? 捡拾垃圾. There it is. 捡拾垃圾. 上山捡垃圾. 捡垃圾. All right. So that's this 捡, this particular character. However, the other character can also have this meaning. Apparently, the other character has another meaning. Yeah, this one. 拣选. So apparently this one is this character. I have a feeling I could just choose whichever character I like. Yeah. 拣选. Okay, so that's not a bad graphic, is it? 不是我们拣选了神，是神拣选了我们. All right, Shen here is God, right? So this is some religious thing. 约翰福音. Okay, so Christian thing in particular. All right. It's not that we choose God, it's God that chooses us. Is that true? If God chose us, let's not get into the theology. All right. We're doing 拣选. 拣选. We're also doing 选择. Really? So 选择的择. 选择. No, 拣择. 选择. Wow, this is a word. So I was happy enough with 选择, and then I found out there's 抉择, 抉择, and I feel like 抉择, this 抉, like it only seems to exist in this word. 抉择. And then there was, is it 林泽? 刘泽? I forget. There's a fancy one. There's a really fancy one for this as well. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, it's not Zhe, it's Lin Xuan. There's this one, Lin Xuan. Now, I feel like this is the kind of thing you use in your writing when you want to flex. No, Lin Xuan. Yeah, I spent all these years learning rare characters. I'm going to use them. Lin Xuan. Okay, and now we have Jian Zhe. Jian Zhe. Oh. 选择. 这份检测能力. All right. I'm a bit skeptical how useful this word is. But all right. Okay. 挑肥减瘦. What does that mean? 挑肥减瘦. So to choose fertilizer to pick up skinniness. What do you reckon it means? Oh, 瘦 is lean. Okay, this is fat versus lean. All right. 挑肥减瘦. So this is cherry pick in Chinese. So you pick the best parts for oneself. Cherry pick, so it doesn't mean cherry pick. Thinking about food, beggars can't be choosers. No, the cherry pick is specific in English. This is not specific in Chinese. Cherry pick in English refers to an argumentation where you're omitting data points that do not support your conclusion, right? So sometimes that's good, sometimes it's bad. Like if you're doing proof of concept, then it can be fine to do that. But if you're trying to get a definitive conclusion as to what's correct, yeah, you need all the data, yeah? And if you're deliberately hiding things, it very much suggests that your argumentation is faulty. Anyway, jian. Is the other jian here? No. But all right. So jian. So there was jian to choose like jian shi, and there was jian to pick up like jian na ji, jian bei ke, etc. All right. We did this one already. Jian referring to having concurrent such and suches, usually 兼职 or something like this. 兼任兼职。他在这家公司兼任财务和人事管理主管。So he's the manager of 财务 finance and human resources, personnel. 煎 okay, this is a cooking method. 煎鸡蛋 what's something you can 煎 you can 煎a 鸡蛋 煎鸡蛋 fried egg 煎煎饼 fried pancake, but it's usually folded up and with, I don't know, lettuce or sausage or whatever you want to put inside. Yeah, 煎饺子 fried dumplings. You can get fried dumplings, 煎饺子. Yeah, oh, I like some 煎饺子. Maybe I'll have 煎饺子 for lunch. All right. So, okay, that's 煎. 妈妈在厨房里煎鱼 fried fish. 煎鱼. Wow, 煎鱼卵 fried fish egg. Is that really a thing? No. That's not an egg. What is that? Is it like a bladder? Yulan. That's what I thought it would mean, but that does not look like fish egg to me. Maybe it's like a ball. Anyway, let's move on. 香气四溢. Okay, 煎熬. Yeah, so 煎 is the same 煎 fried, but 熬. Actually, 熬 is another cooking term as well. So how do you explain it? Is it stew or something like this? Simmer. Oh, there's ao and ao. I did not know that. All right. So here. So to cook on a slow fire. Yeah. So the emphasis is on slow, is it? And yeah, it has this figurative meaning to endure. So now you know 煎熬, it's this endure. You're kind of putting up with something. 煎熬. 等待考试成绩的那几天真是一种煎熬. Yeah, that happens. I remember the day the HSK 6 marks came out, and I was like refreshing the page all day long. Refresh. My marks out yet? Are my marks out yet? Yeah, all right. Yeah, the dictionary has 煎茶. Yeah, fried tea. What is fried tea? I don't know. 煎茶. Ribbon cha. Oh, Japanese tea. The type of tea. I don't know what this is. Looks like green tea or almost matcha, right? All right. Jin cha is a thing apparently. It's in the thing existence. And jin ya. Jin ya. So this is some medicine. Jin ya. What do you reckon this means? What's that character? Yeah. Oh, Zhengque. It's a traditional character. Okay. Jin ya. All right. All right. I think that's all we need to know. Let's not go too far down the rabbit hole. Jianbie. This one I don't know. Jian is used for things like, it's using the word 鉴于, 借鉴. But that refers to basing something on something else. Yeah can refer to something that's different or differentiating things from one another. It's also for saying goodbye, but I don't think it's that usage. 专家很快鉴别出这幅画是什么品? What's that character? Yan pin. Yan. Is that it really? Okay, I gotta go check the corpus. I do not recognize this character. Is it in the corpus? Here it is. 书画赝品. All right. So found a counterfeit 书画, painting and calligraphy. All right. It's on my list of words that a list of characters that I should know at some point. But this is my endgame corpus, right? This is like, learn these characters and that's it. That's it. No more. That's enough. And yeah, that's enough. 4,500-ish. And I think that's plenty. Anyway. Okay. So 鉴别. So 鉴别 makes it sound like this 专家 is able to quickly identify like phony ones from genuine ones. Is it 评鉴? 评鉴 or is 鉴估? I'm not sure. Let's 评鉴. 评鉴 is a word. Evaluation assessment. So then maybe that's the relevant meaning for 鉴 here. This, examine, scrutinize. And what's the other? 鉴估, is it? Is that really a word? No. 估鉴. I feel like I'm making up words. No, those words don't exist. All right. I don't know. Maybe they do exist and they just don't come up. All right. So to distinguish or differentiate, so we're differentiating fact from fiction. No, there was a physical object, wasn't it? Okay, so this is jade from jade. 行家是怎么鉴别翡翠 jadeite 翡翠真假的? So we're differentiating genuine jadeite from fake jadeite. Yeah. Okay. So it seems pretty fancy. 断石如何鉴别? So a real diamond from a fake diamond, presumably a lab-grown diamond. Okay, 染色体. There's been dye inserted into it, has it? Does it all really matter? Like, can you not just enjoy something? I don't know. Why do you need like a real diamond and things like this? Like, does it look pretty? Does it really, really matter that you spent a lot of money on it? Okay. 马来西亚玉石真伪鉴别. 真伪. So 真 real, 伪 fabricated. 鉴别. Okay. So is this true or not true jade? I have no idea. Does it really matter? Like, if you didn't know that for the rest of your life, right? Oof. Can't you just enjoy it? Anyway, maybe I'm a, what's the word? I'm 行外. 行外. Maybe I'm 行外. Outside the field. 行外. No, 外行. So I always get it backwards, don't I? 外行. I always get it backwards. Maybe I'm 外行 and don't really understand. But at the same time, if I'm 外行 and don't understand, then this absolute, the importance of a real jadeite. why how am I supposed to care? Like, why does it affect me? I don't even know the difference. So, like, I have to pay someone to identify the difference for me. Like, at that point, maybe you don't care enough about the difference, right? Anyway, let's move on. Enough ranting. 剪裁. Okay, so here 剪刀is scissors. 剪刀 is scissors. What do you do with 剪刀? You 剪头发. You cut someone's hair. 剪头发. All right. So this is 剪. What are we cutting? We're cutting 裁. Now 裁 here, 裁 usually pertains to things that are colorful. Here it's not really. It's ribbon. So this is like a ribbon cutting ceremony. 市长亲自为新建的图书馆裁剪. Yeah, so cutting the ribbon. It doesn't really have that meaning as ribbon, no. Now there is a word for ribbon. I can't remember what it is right now. Let me look, Google it. Ribbon. This is not what I was expecting. Did I? Would I? This one. This character. It's not this one? No, it's not that character. Sorry, ignore that. There is a real one day. Maybe there's this one. All right, we'll get back to that. So 剪裁 is a ribbon cutting, so used figuratively to mean opening ceremony. So what that means is that you may not actually have ribbon cutting at a ribbon cutting ceremony. But probably, well, I mean, you could do. Nothing's stopping it. Cutting the ribbon. Okay, 剪裁. But yeah, is there a ribbon? Oh, there's a ribbon. The ladies are all holding a ribbon and the gentlemen are cutting the ribbon. All right. 剪裁. Cut. 剪裁. All right, so maybe there usually is an actual ribbon, or maybe like in photos. 剪裁. You can also do 开幕式, opening ceremony. 开幕式. This looks more grand. This is a 开幕式, right? It's also ribbon cutting. 剪裁. 开幕典礼. 开幕典礼. Yeah. What's that? Oh, it's a factory. Oh, no, it's an exam. Looks 高考 y to me. 北京奥运会开幕. Oh, no, this is on the Olympics. This is the drums, is it? Yeah, I remember that. I remember this. I was in China at the time, and I was in China before the Olympics, and I remember the students from Nankai, where I was at the time, they were like preparing for this sort of stuff. Yeah, it's like they're trying to collab with them, and they're going off and preparing for the Olympics, or at least these Olympic drums and things like this. Yeah, there was so many of this, and yeah, you saw them on campus, like drilling and training, rehearsing for the Olympics. Yeah, that was a thing. That was quite an event. This is what's her name? Mary Poppins. Why have we got Mary Poppins? Is it like a London Olympics? Is it? Oh, New York. Maybe it's something else. 一场英国式的开幕式 in New York. Oh, 纽约时报. Sorry, no, it's in London, or in England in particular. I think there was an Olympics, right? In London? I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, you get the idea. 剪彩 ribbon cutting. 检查检查 So 检 referring to inspecting something. 查 is kind of observing. 检查 it's inspecting, observing. 检察机关以正式对此案提起公诉。Alright, 检查 to inspect, prosecute. Alright, so inspect and investigate were expected. To prosecute. Alright. So the P1 is an organ in the sense of like a government organ, right? So this is like a prosecution organ. All right. 公诉. So 诉 is used to sue. So 起诉, 诉讼 are the usual words. 公诉, public prosecution, criminal prosecution. All right. 检查, it's a verb. Yeah. So I looked it up in the dictionary. 检查. So there's two of them. We have to watch out for that. That's the trap. So this one on the screen right now. 检查, 审查被检举的犯罪事实. So we're investigating for the purpose of like investigating a crime. Yeah, not investigating other things. Now, we've had first 检查. What about second 检查? This one. Pronounced the same. 检查. So this is the more general one, is it? Okay, 检查为了解真实情况，用心检验查看. Yeah. So their example is 质量检查, quality inspection. So we're not investigating a crime. We're just looking and going, some good quality. I like that jadeite, etc., etc. All right. So this one has a stronger leaning towards crime. All right. 监察. All right. So 监, we talked about this pertaining to supervision. So you might think like in a factory or something like this, we're supervising employees. You could also have teachers supervising students or something like this. 查 is the same 查 as here, so I'm not sure. Supervise control. 国家监察委员会负责监督公职人员. All right. So this. So 委员会 is a committee. So the National Supervising Committee is responsible for 监督. This is supervising as well. 监督. I don't know. This is, you're kind of like watching, etc., etc. And you get in trouble if you don't do it well enough. 公职人员, publicly employed personnel, civil servants. Ah, right. 公职 is civil service. Okay. All right. So, yeah, supervise, and you get the blame if it goes wrong. 简称. Yeah, 简称 you often see in papers. I think I've used it myself. It's like kind of like abbreviation. Yeah, so maybe there's like a really long name like 国家监察委员会. So the National Supervising Committee. And it's like, it's too long to say over and over and over again in your writing. So you might go 简称. Yeah, you often 简称. I'll see if I got an example of my writing. Yeah, so here's an example of my writing. I post on 简书. This is Chinese social media. 很久以前我经常使用 no 很久以来 for a long period of time. 很久以来我经常使用一个 Q&A 网站叫 Stack Exchange. 简称 SE, like this. So, so this is the full name, but I'm going to call it SE. And later in the post, okay, we've got SO and so on. SO, SE here, right? So I don't have to say Stack Exchange over and over again. It's too long. I just say SE. 简称. You get the idea? Where were we? 简称. So to be abbreviated to or abbreviation. WTO, so World Trade Organization, 是世界贸易组织的简称. So here it's used as a noun, and I used it as a verb, right? So this 简称这个. Yeah, it's quite normal to say 简称 blah 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 in papers, in your writing, and so on. In non-fiction, particularly like in articles where you're going to describe something or there's some sort of technical thing. Yeah, a lot of the HSK papers, like about the HSK exam, they'll go 简称 HSK or 简称标准. Yeah, because it'll be, there's a long name for the standards in the official name for the standards, and then you'll just say 简称标准. So hereforth it will be referred to as 标准, and that's it. All right. 间谍. This is not a good word. I don't know why it's these characters, but this is like James Bond, right? 他因向外国出售机密. All right, let me try again. 他因向外因向外国出售机密情报被认定为间谍. Right? So he, because he sold state secrets, so to foreign countries, 出售 sold, sold. 机密, we saw 机密 was secrets, like Mimi, but it's at a higher level, like state secrets or corporate commercial secrets. 情报 is information in the sense of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the kind of information they deal with. 情报, maybe intelligence. It's intelligence in the sense of the information you need to conduct military operations. 情报, yeah, 被认定为间谍. So 认定, recognized as or considered a spy. Determined, okay, determined as a spy. 间谍. All right, so 间谍 is James Bond. Where's James Bond? Oh, 间谍. 间谍. All right. Yeah, so yeah, sometimes you need to be a bit careful when you're in a foreign country. Yeah, so sometimes I do live streaming, right? Yeah, if I'm walking around live streaming and there's like a military installation or something like this, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to avoid that. Just so there's no actual confusion. Okay, why are these characters? Importantly, this is second tone, so 间. I don't know why it's that character. 谍 is spy. 间谍. Let's look it up in the dictionary. Yeah, 间. Maybe 间 is 间接的间, like indirectly or second-handly or something like this. 被派遣或被收买. 收买. So dispatched or purchased. Like, okay, you have a local, like a double agent kind of thing. Maybe. 同事刺探军事情报. What is 刺探? It's like, so, oh, this is the verb. Okay, so 间谍 is a noun. It is a spy. What does a 间谍 do? They 刺探. All right. 间谍刺探. All right. 国家. Okay, so what they can steal is 军事情报, 国家机密, or 进行颠覆破坏活动的人员. Okay, so military intelligence, national secrets or destroy 破坏活动. What is 颠覆破坏?颠覆 overturn, subvert. 远远. Okay, so they're kind of turning people, so in the sense of making them agents as well, I guess. 国际间谍, okay, international spy. Like James Bond. Yep. All right. 简短, simple, short. I think that's pretty straightforward, right? Brief. Yeah. 请做一个简短的自我介绍. A brief self-introduction. 自我介绍. 尖端. Okay, so before we get to 尖端, I think we need to do 高端. Yeah, so 端 is an extremity of things. So 高端 is at the high extremity or high end. And so you often talk about this 高端产品, the high-end products, like, I don't know, like maybe the latest iPhone or VR headsets and things like that. So 高端, I think there's also 低端, low-end products, which are generally much cheaper. And yeah, if you have no need for ultra expensive, the best of the best of the best, sir, kind of products, then maybe you only need the low-end products. They're substantially cheaper. And I think there's also 中端, but middle-end products. Despite the fact that usually the middle does not have an extremity. Yeah, extremity. But yeah. Anyway, this is 尖端. So this is, okay, so 尖 refers to the point of something. So 尖often refers to like like the best of the best kind of thing, the top, the peak. Yeah. 这家公司专注于研发尖端科技产品. Yeah, so this is the peak. 尖端产品. 尖端产品. Yeah, I have a feeling these 尖端产品 are not all that 尖端. It's just marketing spin, but all right. 尖端一 尖端一. So this is, okay, 尖端一. Oh, it's the name of a company. All right, but they make this medical equipment. I have no idea what this is, but it's radioactive. No, biohazard, not radioactive. May also be radioactive. All right. So maybe it means like, yeah, the best of the best kind of thing. 尖端年中, I don't know. It sounds like we're exaggerating a lot though. 高端. Yeah, high end. High end, it implies expensive. All right, there's a lot of other things here. Sharp pointed end, I could very much imagine that because 端 means end and 尖 is a point. Yeah, like of a knife, there's 尖. 尖, so there's 尖子生, 尖子生, 尖子生. So peak student. Peak student, 尖子, the best of its kind, the cream of the crop, the best of the best of the best. So, with honors. Sorry, too much Men in Black. 尖子生, yeah, peak student, this is the top student. 尖子生. Tip top, yeah. Yeah. That's a lot of words. It's not very 尖端. All right. All right. 精度虚广, 精度虚广. So this is a very common term. You usually use it to describe experts or people who have broad experiences. Or yeah. So literally, seen a lot. Knowledge is very broad. 精度虚广. Experienced and knowledgeable. Yeah. 他走遍世界各地. 精度虚广. Okay, so here it functions as a predicate. Predicate. So in a sentence, you have a subject, and the predicate is used to do is basically the rest of the sentence. It's used to modify the noun. The subject of the sentence. So here it's functioning as a verb phrase. 他见多识广. So he is experienced and knowledgeable. And we're not adding other things, just 他见多识广. And this is kind of a prepositional phrase over here. Or maybe it's just the first clause and then the second clause. Yeah. Okay, 减负. Okay, this is my first time with this one. 减负. To reduce 负. 负 is 负担, and the 负荷 load. This one. 负荷 load. So I presume it's going to be like something like reducing burden or load in some way. 学校采取多项措施为学生减负 so alleviate a burden. So I assume the burden is the workload. So they're reducing the workload that students need to do. Yeah, some students are a bit overworked. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to this. We'll stick it in here, see what comes up. 减负 也减轻中小学生过重的课业和心理负担. All right, so it's the stress on so Zhong is primary school. Sorry, Zhong is middle school. Xiao is primary school. Yeah, but presumably it's mostly at like Gold Coast students. Actually, yeah, students in primary school are also kind of, they do have a fair amount of homework and so on. There is a massive amount of workload. Okay, so this is some government policy. Oh, so this is not the word. This is probably the name of a policy. But 减负即减轻负担，多指减轻中小学生过重的课业和心理负担. Yeah, so work and 心理 is psychological burdens and stress. It's very stressful. Okay, so this is the policy. So that's last year. Let's just read this line, see what comes up. 2025年12月17日，教育部办公厅印发关于进一步加强中小学日常考试管理的通知，提出减小日常考试测试频次，提升质量，强化安全风险防范，减轻学生过重学业负担. Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, the students do. I do feel a bit, sympathetic to the students here because they do work a lot. Yeah, very very hard. Yeah. But at the same time, yeah, I have no idea what precisely will happen. That's my first time encountering this policy. But I think like it's generally a general trend in China nowadays to reduce workload on students. I'm not sure if it actually happens in reality. They're all worried about falling behind and so on. And even if the students are happy with falling behind, their parents are worried about them falling behind and the teachers and so on. Yeah. Anyway, 肩负. 肩, you may recognize this from such words as 肩膀. 肩膀. What's head and shoulder? 头肩膀膝盖脚. Head, shoulders, knees, and toe. Toes 指脚. 脚趾头. 脚趾. All right. Okay, shoulder burden. 肩负. So presumably it means to shoulder the burden of something like this. 作为队长，他肩负着 shouldering the burden of 带领全队获胜的责任. Okay, so 肩负 to shoulder a burden, 肩负重任 and a heavy burden or a heavy responsibility. Okay, so we're shouldering a burden. It is a verb, it takes an object. 他不得不肩负起他父亲所犯 犯错误的责任. So he has to take responsibility for his father's mistakes. Okay. 肩负起成人的责任，肩负着重大责任，肩负责任，肩负重任，肩负使命。What's this one? 肩负重担，的重担，负担的担，负担。No, it's 负担. It's first tone here. How is that? How is that possible? 重担. What? What's up with that? What's up with that? Why is it not first tone? 重担. It's fourth tone in the dictionary. 沉重的担子，沉重的担子，沉重的担子。So is this fourth tone? 担子. So 担, fourth tone. Oh, it should be. Oh, 担, first tone is a verb. 担, fourth tone is a noun. Okay, so 重担 makes sense now. Then why is it 负担? Why is this one first tone then? This one now doesn't make sense. 负担. Oh, because it functions as a verb. I don't recall ever seeing it as a verb, but 负担. 负担不起. Oh yeah, I know. I definitely have seen it as a verb. So yeah, I've seen it as like taking on the responsibility for your children's educational costs and things like that. 负担不起. I cannot afford it. 负担不起. Cannot take on such heavy burden. All right. This is young, fourth tone if I remember correctly. Yeah, 船将. This one. So it's used for boating. Oh, 桨, third tone. 船桨, 桨, 船桨. All right. It's an oar. It's the Chinese word for oar. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else. It's a noun oar. Okay. 船夫用力滑动双桨，小船快速前行. All right, third tone. We have to remember this. 桨. Yeah, there's not much else to add. I'll just look at 木桨. So, okay, do you know what happened? 酱 here, this 酱 is 豆浆的酱. It's a paste, right? 豆浆. This one. 豆浆. But 木浆, this 木浆 is actually a thing. It's like pulp made from wood. 木浆. Yeah. It's used in the paper making process, right? But we're after 木浆. 木浆. 1 second, I have to find the character. There it is. 木浆, wooden oar, 木浆. Yeah. So this character 浆, third tone, easy to get mixed up with other characters like 豆浆的浆, 豆浆. No. 豆浆的浆. This is first tone. 豆浆. The other one is 过奖. Maybe I'll say 奖品. Prize. 奖品. Third tone. 奖品. So at the bottom it's different, right? So this is da. For 豆浆 it is 水 at the bottom. And at 船桨 it is 木. Right? Is there another one? Oh yeah, there's 酱油, although it looks quite different. It looks very distinctive. At the bottom here, it's that character. Is it 球 or something like this? I forget the precise pronunciation of this one. Is it that? I'm not sure. Is it this one? 球? Not 100% sure. You know what? I'm going to look it up. No, it's this one. Yo. There's no dots, right? So 酱油, it's this one, and it 酱油. So this is 油. All right, there's a 油 in 酱油. All right, 酱油的酱. All right. What's next? Yeah. All right. Next, Young. Maybe you already know this one. Young. Yeah, it is a surname actually. Young and Ginger. Yeah, actually, it is a fairly common surname. Ginger. Ginger used in cooking for its flavor and fragrance. Also health benefits as well, I believe. Okay. 煮红糖水，是放几片姜可以驱寒，expel the cold. All right, warm oneself up. Yeah. So putting a few slices of ginger in this. What is red sugar water? I don't know. Is this some Chinese thing? Oh, maybe I've had this before. 红糖水补血. Yeah. I probably had it before at some point. It looks vaguely familiar. And oh, there we go. We have 几片姜放在红糖水里. Makes sense. Oh, it's chocolate. That chocolate looks chocolatey. What is this? Oh, maybe it's 红糖方块 or something like this. 红糖块? Yeah. It is just blocks of red sugar. All right. All right. Jiang. Okay, so jiang. How do I explain this? Jiang refers to things. I'll just give it to you. It refers to things that are stiff. So stiff in the sense of hard to move, or stiff in the sense of more figurative cases. Okay, 他笑得很僵. So his smile is very stiff. 显然不太自在. So yeah, if someone's smile is stiff, it kind of implies it's not natural. Maybe he's hiding something, kind of thing. Okay, so stiff. Usually you see it in the word 僵硬. 僵硬, something is stiff. Yeah, so this guy's neck looks pretty stiff. 脖子僵硬. 肌肉僵硬. 肌肉僵硬. The other one is 僵局. Now, 僵局 is a chess term. This is like stalemate. Oh, it is the Chinese term for stalemate, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, this is stalemate. 僵局. It is the chess term as well, I believe. But it's often used figuratively to represent like an impasse or something like this in, say, negotiations or international politics. Yeah, 僵局. Anyway, that's 僵. So, I suppose, hello. 僵局, so stiff position, literally, right? It's hard to change. It's inflexible. 僵. Is there anything else we need to know about this character? No, not really. That's about it. 僵化. So this is to stiffen, I guess. To become rigid. Yeah, so a lot of adjective 化. So if you take an adjective and put 化 at the end, it becomes a verb meaning to become more adjective, right? Yeah, actually, adjectives in Chinese in general often function as verbs on their own, right? But you can add the 化 to indicate you're using an adjective as a verb. But anyway, 僵化. To like stiffen. Why is this guy praying? 别让信仰沦为 blah blah blah. I don't know. Unclear. All right, what's this? 组织僵化. So the organization is becoming stiff. It implies it's inflexible, I guess. All right. What's this? 蒋怀. So we saw Jiang. Do you remember this one? Jiang. Which one was this? This was 奖品的奖 prize. And by 怀 I mean 杯. They look similar, don't they? 奖杯. Okay, so literally prize cup. Prize cup. There you go. What do you reckon it is? It's a 奖杯 trophy. 奖杯 all right. 奖杯 trophy cup. All right. I don't think there's much else to say. 队员们终于 so this is 举 hold on. 捧起了冠军奖杯捧起了捧 Yeah, there's multiple other words for raising something 捧 One of them is 捧起了冠军奖杯 the cup used as a prize 奖杯 there's also 世界杯 World Cup 世界杯 so maybe you know what this is already and I don't need to explain any further. All right. So, okay, 奖杯 we know. 僵化 we just did, to stiffen. 长期不改革体制就会变得僵化 to become rigid. Here we're talking about 体制. 体制 is a system. It's a system. So there's like maybe 3 or 4 different versions of system. In Chinese, they don't like. So in English, you have things like circulatory system, 循环. Oh, now I've forgotten. 循环系统, right? 循环系统. Circulatory system, 循环系统. So this system is a 系统. 体制 is a system like the education system, if I remember correctly. 体系 体制 I think it's also the same thing though. 教育体制 So what system has 体制 then? 大学体制 university system. 学校体制 that's unspecific. 教育体制 yeah, so you can use it here as well. All right. So the systems, like at a university, maybe enrollment, stuff like that, and the education system or something like this, can 僵化 meaning to stiffen and become inflexible. 将就 yeah, I honestly don't know why it's these characters, but 将就 well, I usually use things like 让步 make a concession. So 将就 is something in that ballpark. 将就 put up with. 房间虽小但今晚只能将就住一夜 So okay, so this is used more like 凑合 you kind of like you put up with it for a bit, not a big deal. One night's not a big deal, but accept. Okay, 将就 I usually think of it as like 让步 but all right, let's see maybe there is a difference. 将就着用如果没有剩余的我们 What? Oh, 剩余没有剩余的我们就只得将就的 So this is put up with or just make do with something. 将就一个商人只好将就着坐在经济舱里 Slum it in the economy class. I don't know, like I do not have the affluent, I don't know, mindset. All right. So it was not what I thought. 将就 to accept, a bit reluctantly, put up with. All right. 将就勉强适应不很理想的事情或环境 So you're 勉强 means you're kind of, I don't know, struggling or this one. How do you explain it? 勉强 maybe just reluctantly we'll have to do. So you're reluctantly accepting something or so in particular you're accepting 事物 events or 环境 an environment All right. And synonyms are 凑合,凑合, and so you can kind of suck it up and do it a certain way for a little bit until you have a better opportunity. And 对付, what is 对付? Deal with, get by with. All right. So those are the synonyms. It's not 让步, but there is. Am I thinking this one? 迁就. Maybe I'm getting confused with this one. 迁就. Too many words. 你们必须学会互相迁就. This one. Yeah, that's the one I'm getting confused with. 将就. 迁就 is not 将就. Wow. 将就, put up with. Oh, there's another one, isn't there? There's also this one. Oh, no. No, ignore that. I'm wrong. 将就. 将就 is this one. All right. 迁就 is here. Why did my phone make a buzzing sound? I don't know. Let us continue. Okay, okay, 僵局 we talked about stalemate, 谈判陷入僵局双方都不愿让步. Okay, so it gets a stalemate, no one's willing to make a concession. Yeah, 僵局 a deadlock impasse. Right. 讲理 presumably this is 讲道理, it's just another way of saying it. 讲道理 讲道理 okay, yeah, 跟他讲道理. So you try to reason with someone, you might say this. So 讲理 presumably is to talk reason or sense. To reason with someone, to talk sense, yeah. 他是个讲理的人. Oh, okay, so this is a person and their habitual behavior is to be reasonable, logical, sensible. 不会无故为难你. So without reason. 无故为难. 为难 meaning to either make things difficult for you or to embarrass you. 为难. Yeah, probably this one if it's got an object. Yeah. All right. 讲理. Nah, I think we'll leave it there. 降临. Yeah, okay, so 降临. If I remember, so this is, so 降 refers to something going down. 降低, descend. 临. Lin is like you're faced with, it's kind of arriving, or something like this. It refers to the arrival or something is befalling. So I don't know how to explain it. 夜幕降临时. So 夜幕 is dusk or the night. So as night descends on the planet. 整个城市灯火通明. Is that a 成语? 灯火通明. Okay. Descends, arrives, comes. 降临. But it's not used for everything. Yeah, things are descending upon the planet kind of thing. 夜幕降临, 夜晚降临, 夜幕降临, oh, darkness. 黑暗降临 as darkness fell. It seems most of the time it's just night. 这次选举的结果是和平，有希望降临中东的又一个征兆。So peace is falling on the Middle East. That's a bit weird. Yeah, 降临在我们身上的事情. Yeah, so often this one, often negative, like some unpleasant situation is befalling upon us. Yeah, it's usually large, affecting many people, not just a single person. 往往是由于社会支持的缺乏. All right. To descend, to arrive, to come, but also to befall. But it seems most of the time it is just night. Night is befalling. 这么厄运 bad luck 就会降临到最后点燃香烟的人身上. So bad luck is befalling upon these people. 点燃香烟. So those who are igniting their cigarettes. I don't know. 到最后. Oh, no, it's for the person who lights their cigarette last. All right. This needs some context. All right, is there anything else to say? Yeah, there is. 降临人间, is it? 降临人间. 降临人间. 人间 is the human world. So when a god decides to descend to the human world, you might use 降临人间, something like that. In fiction and mythology, I guess. 降临, also 人世. So 人世 is what the dictionary uses. 人, the human world. 降临人世. Yeah. Wait, why is there two the world, this world? Specifically Earth, I guess. All right. 江山. Okay, 江山 literally means like rivers, but major rivers. 山, 江山, whoa, that's hard to pronounce. 江山, 江山, 江山. Yeah, literally mountains and rivers. However, it refers to something that is largely hard to change. I don't know, this. Oh, maybe it's not exactly. Oh, it refers to landscapes. Let's have a look. 革命先辈用鲜血打下了 no 打下了这片江山. So here it's figurative, state power. All right, I'm gonna have to look this up then. Yeah, okay. So I know this one. 江山, this one. 江山易改本性难移. So rivers and mountains are easy to change, and by easy to change, it's within comparison to 本性难移. 本性 is someone's character, their like inherent traits and so on. In English, you say a leopard can't change its spots. In Chinese, you say this. Yeah. 江山易改本性难移. If I had a comma there, it'll probably come up. Yeah. 江山易改本性难移. Easier to change mountains and rivers than alters one's character. Yeah. But I think you can just say this and leave it as a kind of 歇后语. Just leave it without. 江山易改. All right, maybe you do need the whole lot. I'm not sure. I'll put it in here and see what comes up. Can you use it? What if I go over here? Seems most of the time it's used. I'm trying to see what everyday people use it, not the best usage. 江山易改. Okay, it seems like it normally is used with the full 成语. What's that? 秉性. No. 秉性. All right, apparently it can be written this way. 瑞性. Wait, no, 惰性. 难移. Maybe these are puns or double meanings or something like this. All right. So 江山, what does it say in the dictionary? Aside from that 成语. 江山. Okay. 江河和山岭. All right, that's the obvious meaning, rivers and mountains. Okay. 喻指. So it's a metaphor for 国家或国家政权, a country or a country's sovereignty, political sovereignty. Okay. 打江山. So 打江山打江山. So this is to establish sovereignty, is it? 你打江山的最佳人选吗？江山，feel like you're more likely to get the Chongyu than anything else. There it is. Okay. 半壁江山. 半壁江山. Half the country has fallen into enemy hands, but vast swaths of territory. All right. All right. I get the feeling this is going to be used figuratively. It can mean territory, and it can have that meaning. Let me see if I remember it. 江山易改，江山易改，本性难移。Right? 江山易改，本性难移。All right. All right. 奖赏. Yeah, so 赏 is to appreciate. 赏 is a word in itself, actually. It can be like to give someone like money or prizes to appreciate them. 赏. Yeah, bestow a reward, this one. So 奖赏, it's kind of that kind of idea, but we've got prizes. Yeah, reward, prize, award. OK, 公司对优秀员工给予了丰厚的奖赏。All right, let's see what Chinese people get as rewards. 奖赏. That's not 奖赏, is it? It's like $5 dues. 奖赏. For medals, you're probably better off with 勋章, or is this just military medals? 勋章. Maybe that is more military medals. Medals just for prizes. First prize. Oh, have a lollipop. Okay. 奖赏. So it is a noun, is it? It is a noun and not a verb. Think of reward. Is that like in neuroscience or something? Reward pathway. 获得奖赏. 可获奖赏. It looks like a noun. Looks pretty nouny to me. It looks nouny to me, but the dictionary does not concur. The dictionary says it's a verb. 对有功者或竞赛中的获胜者以奖励. The dictionary says it's a verb to encourage them. But all the examples we were looking at were nouns. Wait. Oh, here we go. 奖赏你的善良. Reward your benevolence. 和 what is this? 设计. Self-denial. So this looks like you're kind of putting yourself last or something like this. Self-sacrifice. 设计. Okay. 要是能得到这样的奖赏. Yeah. Noun. 对于外部奖赏. No, it's a noun. General rewards. Noun. All right, most of the time it's a noun. In theory, it's a verb. 兼顾. We did this one, right? When we studied 兼, meaning to like look after two things at once or multiple things at once. 兼顾. 他既要工作又要带孩子，很难两全兼顾。Is that a 成语？两全。So two completely 兼顾, like look after at once. So working and looking after the kids. All right. 监管. 监 is monitor. It's still the same thing. Monitor, supervise, look after things. 管 is manage. So presumably it's like monitor and manage mushed together into a verb. Oversee, supervise. Yeah. 金融监管部门加强了对网贷平台的监管. Oh, they used it twice. And by they, I mean the AI. So here it's used to modify, or in the name of this department, And here it's used as the act of supervising. What is Wang Dai? Is that internet loans or something like this? Online lending. Wang Dai. That's my first time encountering Wang Dai. But it's kind of obvious from the characters. 坚果. Oh, I like 坚果. 坚果. What's your favorite 坚果? 9种常见坚果照片. You know what they are? 坚果. 坚果. Okay, so 杏仁果. 杏仁果 is almond. Yeah, so 杏 is actually an apricot. 杏仁 is an apricot kernel, but somehow there's overlap between almonds. They're completely different species and so on. I don't know what the logic is there. 栗子. 栗子 is a chestnut. Okay, 山核桃, mountain walnuts. Okay, so it's a type of 核桃. 胡桃. All right. 巴西坚果, Brazil nuts. All right, I didn't know they were just called Brazil nuts in Chinese, but all right. 榛果, these are hazelnuts. So in your hazelnut latte, you need to know this character here. 榛. 黑心果, happy fruit, pistachio. 腰果, cashews. 夏威夷果, Hawaii nuts, Hawaii fruit. What's that? Is that macadamia? I'm not sure. 核桃, walnuts. What is 夏威夷果? Hawaii, but 果. Hawaii fruit. Is it macadamia? Really? They come from Hawaii, do they? I don't know. They're very popular in Australia. 花生. Yeah, 花生 you need to know. All right, 坚果. So 坚果is a nut, or the name for a nut, literally hard fruit. Oh yeah, it kind of makes sense actually. 每天吃一小把坚果有益健康. Okay, so 把 here is used as a measure word to mean a handful. So you eat a small handful of nuts. All right. 奖项. 奖项. You probably can guess what it means, but 奖 is prize. 项 is an item. 项目. 奖项. 这部电影获得了多项国际奖项 international awards, prizes. Yeah, you get the idea. All right, 奖项. So prize. So is it 一项奖? No. I'm not sure. Is that the measure word? Can you say 一项奖? This is 奖项. That's a pepper grinder. 一战再战. Oh, that's the name of a movie or something, is it? Endless War? All right. All right, let's move on. 奖项. All right. 僵硬. We did this one as well. It just means 僵硬. If rigid. 僵硬. 久坐后他的脖子变得僵硬脖子 neck gets a bit stiff. Need to exercise. Need good posture. 僵硬. All right. 监护. Okay, this one I don't know, but I'm going to infer. So this 监 pertains to supervision. So you're observing something. 护 is protect. So I'm envisaging someone in a facility of some kind being observed. I'm not sure precisely what it is. 父母是未成年子女的法定监护人. Yeah, so this is guardian, right? Legal guardian. 监护, to act as a guardian. Okay, that's a specific usage. Yeah, so this looks like a legal definition. 监护. So verb number 1. 法律上指对未成年人、精神病人等的人身、财产以及其他合法权益进行监督和保护. Okay, so 监护人. So this person is the guardian of a child or someone who has a mental illness. Yeah. 精神病. That's what it says. Number 2, 绝对危重病人严密观察和护理以便及时抢救. Yeah, all right. So there's a second definition beyond this, referring to you're observing someone who is critically ill, and you're trying to make sure that they survive. All right. I don't know this one. 嘉年华. Is that a person? Sounds like a name. 嘉年华. Okay, 小镇每年夏天都会举办一场盛大的嘉年华. So it's a celebration for bringing in the new year? No, the summer. It's in the summer, so it's not New Year's. I don't know. 嘉年华. Jia is the surname. So 嘉年华, there could be someone called 嘉年华. I wonder if there is anyone called 嘉年华. Carnival. So it sounds like a transliteration. 嘉年华. Carnival. I don't know. It could be someone called this in Chinese. I mean, I can't exclude that possibility. Then again, yeah, some Chinese names are a bit imaginative. So yeah, could be anything. 嘉年华. Maybe his name is 嘉年华. 周杰伦. So Zhou Jielun is a Taiwanese singer, right? I believe he's Taiwanese. I'm not 100% sure on that. And he has an album called this. Okay, 热闹缤纷的嘉年华演唱会. Oh, it's a concert. 主视觉曝光. Right. Yeah, 周杰伦. Yeah, from Taiwan. All right. 嘉年华. So this seems like it is a loan word, which is why the characters don't make that much sense. But 年, I guess, makes sense if it's once a year. 华丽, magnificent, something like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it doesn't make too much sense. All right. 嘉年华. What does the trusty dictionary say for 嘉年华? 嘉年华, 狂欢节或类似的欢庆活动，大型艺术表演. So we're expecting large-scale performances and celebrations. There was another word. 狂欢节. 狂欢节. This is also carnival. 狂欢节 and 嘉年华. Are they the same thing? They look pretty similar. 狂欢节, carnival. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Have I ever been to a carnival? I don't think so. Not really. Maybe I have and just forgot. All right, next is 剪辑. Yeah, it is 剪辑, right? 剪辑. So 剪 is cut. 辑 is 编辑的辑, edit. So this refers to like video editing. Yeah, it's rather time consuming. When you have a very polished YouTube video or something like this, it really takes a long time to edit. And if you're like me and you want to study Chinese and you don't want to spend your time editing videos, yeah, it's a bit of an issue. Yeah, to make good YouTube videos, most of the time goes into editing, not into the rest. Yeah, there's scripting and then there's like actual recording, and then there's editing and so on. 剪辑 edit. 他花了一整天剪辑这段旅行视频. Yeah, you're editing for YouTube or whatever. Yeah, nothing really to add. you're editing video footage. Yeah. Oh, 照片. Okay, so you can edit a photo. 剪辑. 剪辑照片. Well, this is what I imagine when I see 剪辑, like video editing software. Yeah, you're adding background music and whatever. 剪辑. Editing a photo. Usually say P tool, right? P tool. No, not just P tool. You P tool a photo. P tool. I can't look this up, but P tool. So P is Photoshop. P tool. P tool 软件. No, P tool. What is this? 软体. It is 软体. Software. Oh, okay. Taiwanese say 软体. I did not know that. Okay, so P tool, you P tool 胶片. Yeah, from this to this. P tool. You get the idea. P tool. P tool 1. P tool. You kind of make yourself look prettier and so on. Yeah, I can guarantee you, like, everyone's photos are now P tooled, or they're you might apply what is it, 滤镜. 滤镜. 滤镜 is a filter. 滤光镜. 滤光镜. Is it not just 滤镜? Maybe it's the same thing. 滤光镜. 光 is light, so maybe 滤镜. Yeah, so 滤镜. So you use 滤镜in photography to look, I don't know, make things look prettier. But nowadays, our phones have sort of AI filters and so on. And so, you know, it's very automatic. And sometimes when I look at my friends' photos on WeChat, it's like I don't recognize them because they're so heavily filtered. Yeah. Yeah, they're all sort of, their face is so radically changed from their actual face. It's like, yeah, it happens. I try to just, I kind of want my real face. I'd rather have my own face than, actually, that's not 100% true. If I could turn myself into like an octopus or something like this, I think I would accept that. I wouldn't want to try to trick anyone or anything like this. But yeah, photos, like in glossy magazines, you should assume that they're almost entirely fake. Yeah. 原图. Yeah, this is what people look like in the real world, which honestly, most of the time it looks perfectly fine, right? And the real world looks fine, and then you do all the touching up. Yeah, 批图. And 滤. 滤 is a filter, or to filter. You also can use it for like coffee filters and things like this. Anyway. 1 second, I need to rest. Right, what were we doing? Okay, editing. Yeah, I think most of the time this is used for videos though. Editing your videos before uploading them to whatever platform you upload your videos to. All right, next is 间接. 间接. This is something on the lines of I'm not 100% sure. 间接. It's something like opinion, right? I'm not 100% sure. 他对这个问题有自己独到的见解。What is 独到? Original. All right, 独到的见解. Opinion. It is opinion. 见解. Why is it 见? Why is it 解? I don't know. Not in the dictionary. But at the same time, it's, I don't know, I've seen this word lots of times, so I don't think it's that rare. It should be in the dictionary more than anything else. 间接汉语词语 OK 拼音间接注音 blah 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 指对事理的认识和看法 Alright, so there's no 解 no 间接 yeah 观点意见看法 Yep Alright 于出唐 from the Tang dynasty okay So we attempt to read this line of Tang Dynasty verse. Okay, 学之要二文中皆是也. 无子其祥独居. Don't recognize it. Oh, pu. Is it pu ren the pu? Pu. Pu. No. Oh, pu ren, but pu miao lai. Pu guo. No, it's pu ren. Pu. Pu jianjie bu chu ci. Yeah, I've got no idea what that means. Ye olde Chinese. I've got nothing. It's really a totally different language. All right. Anyway, I'll just note that this exists and just use kanfa or guandian instead. Well, I don't know what to think about that. All right, 简洁, 简 simple, 洁. 洁 here, what does it mean? 洁 is often used in cleaning or things that are pure or that sort of thing. 洁, I don't know. 这份报告语言简洁，重点突出. The language is very clear, I guess. It's just clear. Concise, succinct, pithy. All right, it's in the dictionary. The dictionary says 简明, 简明, 扼要, is it? 扼要, 必要. I'm not sure. Okay, so 简明. That makes sense. This one. What's that character? 扼要. 简明扼要. 简明扼要. So that's the definition of 简洁. 简明扼要. 简明扼要. All right. Brief, to the point, succinct. All right. 简洁. 简洁. Maybe I should use this word. Straight to the point. I prefer this kind of writing. It depends what I'm doing, actually. If I'm reading for the purpose of getting more input, then I don't mind going the scenic route. But if I really need certain information, it really is nice to have boom, straight to the point. 开门见山, etc., etc. 兼具. Okay, so 兼 we saw in, I forget which word, but 兼 refers to, maybe we saw 艰难 or something like this. It refers to hardships and challenges and trials and tribulations and difficulties and things like that. 巨, 巨 means big. 巨大的什么? 巨大的问题. Also, 巨人 is a giant. 巨人. A giant. Stone giants. Why is this? Yeah, my browser has been like this for the last while. Yeah, I just keep refreshing until it works. 巨人. A giant. All right. So 艰巨. I'm not 100% sure what this means, but it's going to be some kind of major trial and tribulation, I guess. 就付制作古建筑的任务十分艰巨. So this is an adjective meaning it's extremely hard to do this. Extremely difficult, challenging, demanding. All right, adjective. Right, the dictionary. What does the dictionary say? 既困难又繁重. Okay, so it's two adjectives mushed into one. The first one, the 坚 is this one, difficult. The 巨 here, it means big, but here it's referring to the scope. So it's not just difficult, it's also very big, a very big, difficult project. All right. Okay, 繁重. This one. What? Oh, it's 繁重, really? 繁重. Huh. I've been pronouncing that wrong for a long time. 繁重. So it's not the scope, is it? So the 巨 is this. It represents this. It doesn't mean this. But in the word 艰巨, it represents this. Onerous, arduous, heavy duty. Okay, so I have to go back and correct 艰巨. So the correction I need to say, so the 坚 is still this 坚. The 巨 here represents, so 繁重. 繁重, this meaning. So heavy, burdensome. Heavy duty. Burdensome duty. I don't know. Hard work. Heavy burden. All right. So it's a lot of, It's hard and hard, different types of hard. This is hard to do and this is hard to do. All right, you get the idea. Okay, 监控. This is actually a very common word. Why is it at the HSK 7 through 9 level? 监控, to 监 and 控, to monitor, supervise, and control. So maybe you want to, I don't know, 监控, like a machine, you control, sort of you observe, supervise the machine and make sure it's doing what it's meant to do. 监控, monitor. 警方通过路面监控，找到了嫌疑人的踪迹。The 嫌疑人 is a suspect. 踪迹 is kind of the whereabouts or trace, the trace. But here it's like they discovered the suspect through the 监控. Yeah, 监控 can refer to monitoring. 监控 this 监控 as well. Such as by police or security guards and so on. Yeah, it's a bit controversial with 人脸识别. 人脸识别. This is facial recognition software. So this is an AI technology. 人脸识别. And yeah, so there was a period of time when this became a very popular topic to discuss. And when it becomes a popular topic of discussion in China, it becomes a popular topic of discussion on your HSK exam. So yeah, so you've got to weigh up pros and cons here. You've got to weigh up your right to privacy with your right to, I don't know, catch criminals, or the police's right, or society's right to catch criminals. Yeah. 人脸识别. So that was on the exam for quite a while. It was a popular topic. Yeah, you got to keep up with these modern topics. When I did the HSK exam, do you know what was on it? The last time I did it. 黑悟空. Do you know 黑悟空? This computer game. This computer game was mentioned on my HSK exam. Now, that's the first time I've ever encountered this. But yeah, 黑悟空. This, yeah, black myth Wukong. But yeah, yeah, I don't recall this ever. Like, I don't recall computer games being mentioned on the HSK exam before. But they talked about how it was had like Shandong culture. And oh, 1 second. Right, where were we? It's still there, right? Sorry, my lunch arrived, and I've had my lunch, and now we will continue. I forget what we're talking about. All right, let's just continue. 监控, to monitor, such as this. We saw security cameras. Oh yeah, 黑悟空. 黑悟空. Yeah, this came up on the exam. I just thought that was interesting, and apparently it promoted 黑神话悟空. All right. Apparently it promoted tourism in China. Yeah, there was apparently people coming here to Shandong province, prompted by this computer game, which, yeah, came up on my exam. But that's not related to 监控. 监控. All right. So maybe it's mostly used for like security. 监控. 监控. All right. All right. 简练. Yeah, we did this. There was two of them. 简练. Do you remember? 简练. This is succinct. Succinct, refined, etc. 他的文章风格简练，没有一句废话。废话 is nonsense. There's not even one sentence of nonsense. Okay, 简练, first succinct. And there were two ways of writing it. 简练 and 简练. Okay, 练, Can you use the other 练? 练, is it 练? No. 锻炼的练. Can you use this one? Some people are using this one. Yeah, there are two ways of writing it. All right. 建立网易. Okay, I don't recall encountering this Chongyu before, but it looks pretty self-explanatory. you see li. Li is your personal benefit, or at least its benefit, and it probably represents personal benefit. Wang, and then you forget about yi. Yi is justice, but maybe it's just what is right. So you're doing something unjust in order to gain some kind of personal benefit. That's my guess. To abandon moral principles in the pursuit of profit. Okay. 这种见利忘义的小人，不值得信任. All right. So what context might we encounter this in? So what's this? 酒, 假酒. Oh, okay. So like a shopkeeper using fake alcohol instead of the expensive stuff. So 见利忘义. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot of AI images now. What's this? Yuan. Okay. 天价. Okay. 整形鞋店. So I don't know what it is, but okay, 回扣某公司. I don't know what that means. So it's some company trying to trick you to go in cahoots with some other company, and they keep all that in secret. Anyway, I think the idea is we're doing dodgy things, and we're doing dodgy things for personal benefit. We're kind of abandoning what is right and what is just, kind of thing. All right, 捡漏. Yeah, honestly, I don't see this character outside this word, but maybe it is. 捡漏. Usually it describes a building or something like this. Simple, but lo is kind of shabby. Something like this, I think. 捡漏. Yeah, 捡漏. Simple and crude. Low, humble, plain, ugly, mean, vulgar. 捡漏. But yeah, this is what I expect. 捡漏. It's quite a high degree of 捡漏ity, right? Yes, that's a word. Right, 捡漏. 捡漏 defined as, okay, 简单粗陋不完备. Okay, so simple, what is 粗陋? Maybe it's just crude. 粗陋. 粗陋. Crude, unsophisticated, and it says 不完备, so not completely furnished or something like this. 不完备. Incomplete probably is a better one. 不完备. Okay, so normally it's, according to the dictionary, it's 房屋, housing or buildings and things. 设备 or equipment. Yeah. Okay, 设备简陋. Shabby equipment. 设备简陋. 全是 is an explanation, right? How can a 全是 be? Oh, because I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry. 简陋的工棚. 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 What is a 工棚? Oh, it's like a hut or a shed or a tent or something where your workers are inhabiting. Yeah, used as workers' accommodation. So 简陋的工棚. All right. A shabby 宿舍. Yeah, 宿舍. 工棚. All right. 简陋. All right. All right. 健美. I don't know. I presume it's just healthy and beautiful mushed into an adjective. 坚持身体多年，身材健美匀称匀称. I don't know. 健美. Yeah, it is healthy and beautiful mushed into an adjective. 匀称. Well proportioned. All right. So she has good, well proportioned, healthy and beautiful body. Okay. 健美. Fitness exercise. So it's a verb as well, is it? Yeah, the dictionary just has it as an adjective, but 健美比赛. All right, 健美比赛. This is 健美比赛. All right. Why are they all the same color? Just like what? Everyone needs to be this precise color. This is the optimal color for this pursuit. Okay, 健美. All right. It's like photoshopping yourself to be this precise color, but you're photoshopping yourself in real life. You're like painting yourself. Oh, why is it this color? It's a terrible color. Does it not look terrible to you? I don't. Yeah, like just look normal, right? Well, in terms of color, it's not normal in terms of body shape, is it? Why do you need to kind of have this precise color? It looks painted. I don't know. It's brown. Isn't brown like the color that no one wants? I don't know. Anyway. 健美比赛. All right. 健体. 健美比赛. All right. All right. 减免. Okay, I've got nothing here, but 减 means to subtract, 免 means to exempt. So maybe it's kind of a combination of those verbs, meaning to reduce or exempt you from some fees or something like this. 国家出台政策减免了部分税收. Reduce or waive. Yeah, I got it right. Taxes, punishment, rent, tuition. Okay. 税收, taxation. All right. Yeah, there's not much else to add to this. It's in the dictionary, but 减轻或免除. So basically reduce or exempt. All right. Whoa, what's this character? 什么面? I presume it's 煎面. 煎面. Wipe them out. I have seen this before. All right. Yeah, so 煎, this character, 煎, only has this one meaning, to annihilate. 煎. Yeah, so if we look up the character 煎, it just says 消灭, wipe them out, all of them. 歼灭. Okay, so the words in the dictionary are 歼敌人, 歼敌. So wipe out your enemy. 歼敌. All right. All right. 歼敌. 全歼. Completely wiped out, I guess. 全歼. All right. So, is this the name of an aircraft? 歼50高清要曝光. This is 歼50. This is the name of this aircraft, right? 歼50. This is 歼20. Okay, so this is a new one. Looks pretty cool. Oh, I don't know. I'm not an expert on military aircraft. 歼机器. 歼击机. It is 歼击机. 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 Fighter plane. All right. So annihilate. Is GG a word? GG by itself. There's another meaning of GG, but okay. 歼击机. All right. 歼击机. Let's move on. Fighter plane. 歼击. So to wipe out by attack and destroy. 歼击 fighter plane based on Soviet MiG. Oh, this is the plane. That's a tank. That's not a fighter plane. 坦克歼击车. 歼击车. So this is a Chinese tank. Yeah. 歼击车. So, okay. 火爆式坦克歼击车. That's not a Chinese name, is it? Kanonen Jagd Panzer. What language do you reckon that is? I don't know. 第二次世界大战.西德. So 西德 would be West Germany, right? All right, so this is a German tank. There's also the symbol they used for the Nazi is the Iron Cross, right? All right. Yeah, 西德, West Germany, when West Germany was a thing. All right. So that was another 歼击车, Panzer. So what if we put 歼击车 in here? 歼击车, tank destroyer. I don't know the difference. 坦克歼击车. Oh, is it a tank that destroys other tanks? I don't know. I don't know. If it's got a big gun like that, then it's going to be kind of long distance. 歼击车. That one looks camouflaged. 云豹, cloud leopard. Okay. 装甲车, 歼击车. I don't know. What's the difference between 歼击车 and 坦克? I don't know. Anyway. Is there anything else we need to know? 歼围歼? I presume that's like surround and annihilate. 围绕的围歼. Surround and annihilate, probably. 围歼. There it is. It's the name of this movie. Or TV show. Yeah, probably TV show. 围歼. 围歼版本队. 版本. 围歼版本队. I don't know what that means. 围歼. All right. Military thing. I think they're surrounded and probably going to get wiped out unless they do something fairly drastic. And 歼匪. 歼匪. 匪徒的匪. 歼匪. 歼匪. Presumably it's a bandit of some kind. 歼匪. I'm not sure. I don't know what this means. Yeah, I get the feeling I don't care that much. 大漠歼匪. 歼匪记. What is a 歼匪? I don't know. What is 歼匪? Annihilate bandits. Yeah, well, that's... Yeah, destroying gangsters. All right, I think I'm declaring this. I don't care. 歼灭, to annihilate or wipe out. 我军在一次伏击战中歼灭了敌军一个连. So we wiped out the enemy's 一个连. I don't know. Oh, company. A whole company. Honestly, I don't know what a company is. I presume it has some approximate size, number of troops or something like this. Lian. A lot of military terms I'm not familiar with. I'm not even familiar with them in English, really. All right, we'll call it a video. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and wipe out your enemies. And I will see you in subsequent videos. ETFN.